I'm glad to be at Tayebwa still. For the last 1 year, they've been inviting me, and I had not yet come. But I think I should have come earlier after seeing what they are doing here, because one way we are trying to do our work is ensuring that we also go to the field, we see for ourselves, so that we don't just depend on reports, but such are critical investors. These people are consuming over 40 megawatts of our power, paying around 4.2 billion in electricity alone every month. When you look at the deemed energy costs that we have been spending on power not being consumed, I mean, this is a very, very good, it's a very, very good addition, and it is saving us. Also, I'm really happy to find that there are products they are doing 100% Ugandan. And if there is anything that is coming from out, it's coming again from Africa, which is East Africa, our Tanzanian brothers and sisters. That's the core. I was born in Kabare, Muko area, where the iron ore is coming from. Now, it would be very painful to see Uganda, which has the purest iron ore in the world, for it being exported, and then we re-import it in form of raw materials, so-called raw materials. So I'm really happy with Tayebwa Steel to find that indeed they are processing 100% Ugandan products, getting them from the purest iron ore in the whole world, and that really helps in terms of the president's vision for this country. Value addition. And it vindicates him when he said that we should stop exporting our minerals. Our minerals should be processed from here. This is a very good testament that is achievable, because before he did that, people are not looking at it. Now, what we need to do as a government is to design a policy that can reward those who have listened to the president's message. A policy of saying no for these ones who are producing using Ugandan products, they should pay a certain percentage. And then those who are still importing, we start charging import duty. Because these products, these raw materials, which are more or less semi-finished products, some of them value addition is only 5%. Right? They just add a little value, they cut and go to the market and compete with the guys who are doing a lot of processing here. So it's very, very, very critical as a country that once we have such a policy of processing our minerals, then we reward those who are complying, and so that we can attract others to comply. Another issue is ensure that all dealers, for example, in iron ore, are availed licenses, mining licenses, so that we don't find Tayebwa Steel is having a mining license and then others don't have, and then we are saying we reward those who are manufacturing from here. So we should ensure that we make mining licenses available for all steel manufacturers. So that we have a leveled playground. We say we availed you a raw material, we availed you a license. Why are you still importing these materials, which are 95% finished products? Okay. Finally, the issue of such a companies to do with the environmental protection. The carbon footprint coming from such a factories is usually huge. So I'm happy to see that we are in a very, very green area. And we shall be discussing with NEMA to look at how much carbon footprint do companies like Tayebwa Steel bring in, so that we see how best we can offset it. Because climate change is very, very critical for this country. Maybe just add on that I'm happy to find that this plant that is here was built by Ugandans from here, using raw materials from here. Some of the plates from 45, 25 and all that, you know, the fabrication. I was asking myself that, you mean we have people who can do all this? And then I asked myself, these guys who are always disturbing us with ECOP, expatriates, what. Well, the guys have, the kind of work they've done here is really unbelievable. So Ugandans have a very huge talent which must be tapped. And I think this should be done through the local content laws that we are planning to have. Now we have the competition law which should be able to level the playing field, and also looking at Ugandans getting a fair share in terms of payment for their labor services. Because for people, if they can have a skill to build such a plant, then why do you need minimum wage issues? It means automatically they are replacing expatriates, so they will get a better pay. So us investing in technical education, in TVET, as a policy that His Excellency has championed is very critical, and as Parliament we are going to be supporting you. Finally, the reason of my visit, going back to that, is that as leadership of Parliament, we have focused on pro-business interventions. Pro-business interventions which would support the vision of His Excellency the President. And the only way to do it is if we come, even us as leaders, to the field and we see for ourselves what is going on, so that we don't become armchair leaders, but a real field people who are getting information on the ground. Tutuamu bwe tubayamba kubanga katomulala ye bw'abanga importinga n'aleeta product eri 95% obutundi 95 ng'eri finished nga just wakwatakwatamu 5% yokka n'afuna omutayimbwa tali ng'ono atandikiddewo ali ku zero ng'ekintu kyonna kiva wano kubanga ono teri sente zateese bweru no sente zonna zisigadde wano. So tulina kubayamba kulaba nti abantu bonna tuba encouraginga tuteekako penalties ne incentives ez'okulaba nti tuba attractinga nti batandike bakolere wano. Kye tulina kukola kyakulaba nti companies zonna ezikola steel tuziwa chance y'okufuna zi license ne tutagamba nti tuyambe ono ate tuleke bali no, bonna tulina kulaba nti bawa license. Iron ore gwe tulina mungi nga president we yakigamba kati muraba bw'ovaayo n'ogikola policy ngeri intentional n'ogamba nti tetukyayagala emitayimbwa ng'eva bweru bajja kuteekamu ssente kubanga bafunamu nnyo. So tugenda kolengana nabo tabe ntubayamba bano abatandise dda kukola nga era 100% naye nga tuba n'abalala nabo bakola era 100%.
Yes, oyogedde ku musaala ogusomamweki.
Yes. Kye tubadde nga twagala kutunako kyabadde kulaba abakozi. Nayogedde ne district labor officer n'andaga reports wano, reports ziri nungi nejo bawadde checks eziyita mu 10 nga baziwa abakozi abafunyemu bu accident n'obuntu obwa compensation obwetagisa. Naye kati ekintu kyakulaba nti companies nga zino ne bwe tubeera nga tetulinawo minimum wage ng'eggwanga zikirabe nti zikola sente nyingi zirina kusasula abakozi baffe obulungi. Ekyokulabirako n'abakozi ababa balina skill awo teweetaaga n'okwogera ku bya minimum wage. Laba eno plant abagikoze bannayuganda, ebyo byuma byonna bye mulabye bannayuganda bye babyokeza be bazimba kino ekifactory kyonna ate abalala balireese beebweru. So nze sinkyansiza nnyo nti bwe tufokasinga mu kulaba nti abannayuganda bafuna skills, then ebya minimum wage ojja kusanga nga tebitawaanya, ejja kujja ng'eri automatic kubanga skills ze balina bano baba balina okuzisasula.
Thank you. Well, thanks a lot for his, thanks a lot for Right Honorable for his visit, and we are proudly and we are very happy to host him today here. As he said perfectly that we should look on the policy, and so what he has talked, what we are supposed to say, the government should base the policy which is favoring to who are going to 0 to 100%. And Tayebwa Steel is the only company in the entire Uganda and the continent who make the steel, all 4 vertical of steel from the iron ore. And we are very proud that we are using our own iron ore from Muko to make our steel, and our steel is the finest quality, not only in Uganda, entire East Africa and the continent, and we can supply anywhere where we can do. There is a myth, they say, that steel which makes from this is not okay, or this from not okay. So there are various parts they say, but when we have the complete raw material which is available in Kabale, which is Muko, and the coal from Tanzania, and dolomite from the Karamoja eastern part of Uganda. So why not we make everything made in Uganda? As His Excellency always convey message to in his every speech that every manufacturers should go from 0 to 100% or backward integration, whether it's steel, coffee, cotton. So we are very proud that our chairman, who is the man behind, who has fulfilled the dream of His Excellency, and we are very proud on that we made everything made in Uganda. As Right Honourable said very correctly, the plant which you saw here is entirely fabricated in Uganda. We have not imported finished one. We made it here. We made our Ugandan, as we said, we are not investor, we are also Ugandan because we are here more than 25 years plus. So I always convey the message. We are very proud on Bubu, buy Uganda, build Uganda, and buy Africa, build Africa. Thank you.
Thank you.
Support and